Hi, you're listening to Everyday Superpower, a place where you can learn about body language and nonverbal communication. A place where I'm going to set it out nice and simple for you to be able to read the minds of others through the subconscious behaviors and gestures their body puts out into the world. Alright, we do the same thing. We explain whether we're lying or attracted to people and so on and so forth without even knowing about it, okay? As our conscious mind conjures up the words and the verbal, whereas the unconscious mind creates the behaviors and gestures our body reacts to and projects into the world. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about bowing, or this is a common gesture in it. So this is bowing, and we could consider it the body bend. Alright, now it doesn't necessarily always have to be the entire body. That's quite a major one. It can be the bowing of the head in particular, or maybe just the eyes, just lowering the eyes to the floor. Alright, so if you enjoy what we're talking about today and you want to learn more, click subscribe. Thank you. Right, so let's clarify. The bow is a gesture done by bending at the waist towards the ground, okay? And it's a form of appeasement and submission. It's used to display respect, and you will see it, such as the picture before you, when meeting royalty and authority figures, perhaps even celebrities, and those whom you are, respectful of and feel the need to do so. So it's used to show respect and admiration. It can be as slight, as we said, as a nod of the head, a lowering of the eyes, and it gives the other individual the position of authority. It gives them the higher plane, the higher ground. You submit yourself to them. It's a submissive position, alright? You place yourself in the submissive, whereas you allow the other individual to have the dominant position, okay? So you're making yourself smaller and you're making yourself lower to the ground. That in itself is a means of taking up less space, so it's not a territorial behavior whatsoever. It is a submissive position, okay? As somebody who is dominant will feel the need to take up more space and have more ownership of the nearby environment, alright? So it shows trust in the dominant individual not to harm you, purely as you are putting yourself in that sort of defenseless, submissive position, especially when you bow and you break the eye contact with that other individual. That is showing that you're not threatened to a degree where you have to focus in on that individual, okay? As when we're scared and shocked and so forth, our eyes freeze on the potential threat ahead of us. This shows that we're not threatened by that individual, or at least not to a degree that they're going to hurt you like a predator, okay? So as we stated, it's a submissive act. It's definitely non-territorial, and we can see this in a whole different places. So let's say, for example, you're meeting with a friend. Upon coming together physically, you may acknowledge their existence by bowing the head somewhat, okay? A little lowering of the head, a head nod, which signifies I'm putting myself in this submissive position momentarily to allow you to have the respect in this relationship, at least momentarily, okay? It's a way of submitting and saying we're friends, alright? You got no need to be, fearful. You got no need to be, in any sort of distress over our communication right now. We are friends, and I'm showing this by breaking eye contact with you just momentarily to say I don't need to stare at you because I'm not scared and we're friends, alright? So I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Hopefully there was something to take from this. A relatively brief one, but this is a behaviour you see often, and there's a bunch of different variations for it, which we will delve into further. Although we have covered a couple of them, okay, such as the the biological explanation of why we shake our head and nod our head and so on and so forth. It'd be worth checking out. Cheers.